and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Today, we have the host of the Cheat Code podcast, an on-air personality, a fashion writer, and a great ball of energy. You are now in a session with Chellz. Chellz, how are you doing?
Hi, not to mention a media correspondent for the Jasmine brand and Black Hollywood Live and a host of AfterBuzz. But are we really counting it? Are we really counting it?
You are. I was giving you the on-air personality part to kind of go into that. I usually only give 4 things for our intro. I can't get
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. Hey, you're accounting, so therefore, hey, whatever you feel comfortable with. But yes, you are all those things. But before we get started with that, I like to ask all my guests at the top of the show, what inspired you this morning when you woke up?
What inspired me this morning was, with everything going, another opportunity to wake up, honestly, is what inspires me. We made it to June, we made it another day. Even though, it's total chaos outside, I'm just inspired to wake up every day, still a Black woman and still proud to be, very much so. And woke up inspired to really keep spreading that awareness online as much as I can. Like, that was like my biggest inspiration day.
As we all know, 2020 has been one shitstorm. One game of Jumanji that somebody has not finished. One somebody needs to put the Ouija board away. It's a lot of things that's going on. How are you handling this year just mentally?
So I've been handling it like that. You can't escape it. It's going on in the world. It's history. It's our history. It's Black history. It's the Black moment presently happening. So, this is not news to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is not news. It's just now finally being recorded and broadcasted at a maximum level. But it's something that we've always already been experiencing, prior to this happening. So, I'm just doing the best I can with it each day.
Yeah, I think, Will Smith said it, like, is it getting more racist? There's just being filmed, right? And everybody has cameras now, so we're able to expose these things. But you said one thing that really stuck out to me out of all of that is said, you stay off of social media. And I would just say that's a lie, because you on Twitter is probably one of the best Twitter feeds going on. Some, as we've seen, some been on BuzzFeed. They've been, when I say super trending, I mean like super really trending, not just, a couple of likes, couple of 100 likes,
20 million impressions. Yeah.
20 million impressions. Was it a conscious decision to do this moving into, was it a building brand thing, or was it just like somebody saw it and finally started catching on and then started blowing up?
What I've been telling people now, everyone has that platform that they really hit on. Like, I have some friends that do really well on Facebook, and I don't. And there's people that do really well on Instagram. I'm all right on Instagram or whatever, but it's not really like my platform to use, But right. Twitter, I didn't anticipate it to go viral like that. It was my initial thought, and now that I utilize it and I realize that my thoughts and my tweets hold a lot of value. And because in reality in my life, I feel like thoughts become things, right? Right. So when I tweet things out, it's really my personal thought. It's not like I don't have any type of thought before it, like, oh, this gonna hit them, like this gonna go viral. It's literally my thought. Like, the tweet that went viral was about me waiting for the first batch of air when they open outside and outside S and all that other stuff. But like, that's really me though. Like, I'm really like funny, like goofy like that. Like, it's not something I tried to do. So when it caught on, it gave me the realization, like, wow, like, my thoughts, my tweets could really go far, and they're so genuine. And I think that's really what helps it, because it's not something that you get a feel it's like, oh, she's just trying to be funny. It's like, no, the shit was funny. And it really went far. Like you said, BuzzFeed, Apple News, The Real, Ari Lennox was talking about it. Somebody said it was on Good Morning America. I didn't catch that, but maybe it went there. But it really went far. But I've always been big on Twitter, right? So in 2016, I had tweeted, March of 2016, I had tweeted, I can't wait to meet Oprah and give her a big hug. So July of 2016, I actually met Oprah and I interviewed her and I gave her a hug. So I just want people to understand, like, your manifestation can happen with your thoughts and with your tweeting even, and with your writing things down. So
I know you very eloquently brought up Jasmine brand at the top of the show, and all your other ventures, and you also just doing there. You interviewed Oprah. So tell us about how that manifestation came about and how you felt after the fact. I know the before feeling, but really after, and after it really sunk in that you talked to Oprah.
Yeah, the manifestation. So I told you, I tweeted, I was like, I can't wait to meet Oprah. So there's power in manifestation, because the only way manifestation works is if you believe it, right? The Bible says, speak those things as not as though they once were. So when I was tweeting, I said, I can't wait. Meaning I was anticipating meeting her. There was no doubt. There wasn't like, oh, I hope I get to meet Oprah, or one day that will be cool if I did. It was like, no, I can't wait to do it. Put it out there. Don't know when it's going to happen. I didn't have a date on it. I just knew it was going to happen. So the carpet is about to close. Oprah came back out. She is like the friendliest woman in the world. Like, she know that we were some young Black women, journalists, whatever, media correspondents. She made it her business to come talk to us, like off the camera. So we're talking to her. She's telling us about like her avocados or something like that. Her publicist pulled her away because she was like, oh, she will talk to you guys forever. Like, she has to go inside. We're like, okay, cool. So we all went inside for the pilot to watch it, the screening. We came outside. It was after party. Oprah was just like mingling around. Like, she wasn't being like, oh, I'm Oprah, nothing. So we were all talking to her, just sitting down, eating with Oprah, talking to her. And then I was like, oh, Oprah, like, can we take a picture, a selfie, whatever? And she was like, sure. So then we took it. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, thank you so much for the interview. She was like, you're welcome. And then she gave me a hug. And then while she was giving me a hug, my friend was actually taking the picture in a moment of us talking, her hugging me. And there it is there.
Man, that's beautiful. I mean, it's a good story to hear too about Oprah being that generous with her time and really just hanging out and chopping it up with people. But I did want to talk about, because to me, one thing that I did notice just in knowing you for over the years was that you had a crazy car accident.
Yeah.
And I feel like after that, to me, I really seen I'm not taking anything for granted. And I'm going to take advantage of each day. Is that true, or was it just always there and it just like amplified a tad bit?
I think it was amplified for sure, because a lot of times, we'll say things like, oh, we get second chances in life, or, like, gotta give you a second chance and things like that. We say it all the time, but to actually like literally almost die, right? Like, to really like face death, how I faced it, and not die. It just did something to me. It gave me confirmation that, like, I'm literally here for a reason. Like, we all know, like, oh, God put me here for a reason. I got work to do. But when you almost die and you don't, it's like very confirming that, okay, you have purpose here. Like, because we all know that purpose ends, like, purpose is supposed to be fulfilled and ends when you pass away. Like, this person fulfilled their purpose in life and that's it, they're done, right? So because I was so close to death and I didn't die, I was just like, moving forward from this point on, like, I can't really take no shit from nobody. I can't really even take no shit from myself. When I moments where I'm doubting myself, or we get into the mode where we kind of compare, I have to remind myself that, like, God kept me here for the reason, and my life goal has been intended after that point to find out what that reason was. And that takes a lot of discovery, like, people that know their purpose, like, automatically, I think that's dope. Like, that's great. And I think that's a great thing to have. But when you're still figuring it out, I think it's beautiful, because so many things have unfolded in my life, where I get closer and closer to really finding out exactly what that is. And you have to understand that your purpose kind of really has nothing to do, like, with your career title or like what you do. It's really how you impact others. So it's been like that. Just to quickly talk about the accident. So my body, I was physically hit on the 91 freeway, and I was thrown 9 yards by a car going 90 miles per hour. So I got in one car accident. I hit the carpool lane wall. I was fine. As soon as I got out of my car, freeway, 1:00 in the morning, a car came towards me doing 90, smashed me, threw me 9 yards down the freeway. I was in the hospital for a month. I had to learn how to walk. I was in ICU for 7 days because I was on a stroke watch. My blood pressure and my heart rate were over 250. They had to do emergency surgery on me that night. I was in surgery 8 hours with 2 surgeons, a hip specialist and a leg, because my pelvis cracked in half. And then my, I forgot the bone in your thigh. I think it's your tibia that cracked. So I have a metal plate in my pelvis and in my thigh, and then pins and plates in my leg. So yeah, I had to learn how to walk all over again, sit up, everything. But it was crazy. It was very life changing, because I mean, literally, you just driving on the freeway thinking you just driving, and just the whole, like, this everything. But I definitely feel like it changed the trajectory of life for sure.
Where you feel like you were moving too fast at the time and it slowed you down and reset?
Yes, because I had a job I hated, right? I worked at this call center, and literally this was my prayer. That's why you gotta be careful, be specific about what you're praying for. Because I just kept telling God, I was like, I hate this job. I hated where I lived at the time too. I was like, I just want to move. I hate this job. I was like, I just want to break. This is what I said literally in my prayers. I was like, I just want to break from everything. I was like, I just want to relax. I just want to chill. I just want a break. I was like, I just need a break from all of this. God was like, I bet. Like, you gonna get a break, all right. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in the household for the month. I moved out of my apartment, moved back in with my mom, and I was just on bed rest. Like, I was just totally relaxed. Didn't work at that job anymore. Like, it was crazy. Like, that's why now when I pray, it'd be very specific. Like, okay, I want a break, but let me tell you how. Like, I mean, like a vacation by the water, something like that.
Perfectly healthy with a drink in my hand.
Right. Something relaxing, but like not detrimental to my health or life risking, something like that. So yeah, I did kind of get a reset. I asked for it, technically.
The fact of this story and you just being so positive and so motivating and moving forward and so much high energy, to me, it was inspiring. And on this show, we like to give our guests their flowers and tell them that they inspire us. So I just wanted to take that time out to tell you, because yes, you have went through this, people that say it's life changing and career changing and all these things. But I just see you now, like, from working, interviewing Oprah to also, really, to me, the most important thing, starting your own brand, Bombshell TV, I know is one of the things that you recently have been pushing. Explain what having your own brand means to you.
Yes, it's so important to have your brand, because it feels great to get the opportunities for yourself. It goes back to betting on yourself, because I realized all the years that I was helping people build their other brand, which I'm always going to be grateful for. I said, now it's time for me to step out and do my own thing, because I started being recognized. People were like, oh, can you come do this? Can you come interview this? Can you do that? But I was limited because I don't make those decisions. So now when I'm betting on myself, I'm making decisions. Like, absolutely, I can come because it's my brand. So it's important to build your brand, because also there are people connected to your brand that you want to touch and you want to feel, you want to inspire, and you want to encourage, because that's ultimately like what it's about, honestly, at this point.
That is real. So what is Bombshell TV?
Oh my God, I'm glad you asked. It's bomb everything. No, I'm just kidding. It really is. It's like the bombest advice, the bombest celebrity interviews, like the bombest tutorials, like the bombest inspiration, the bombest encouragement. Like, it's all of those things. Like, everything is just bomb. Like, I'm still kind of creating the things for that platform, but it's just going to be bomb. That's the brand, because what is bomb? Like, bomb is like something that's explosive, it's exciting, right? It's electrifying. Sometimes it's kind of fiery. So it's all of those things encompassed to one, but it's giving you little things that I feel like will be useful for your life and to encourage, inspire you moving forward. And it'll be funny and it'll be entertaining, of course, because we have to entertain. It's about doing just everything bomb on Bombshell TV.
in which I think, you are all of those, right? You are entertaining, you are inspiring. You do give advice to a lot of the single ladies, some which I'm like, Jesus, it's gonna be hard for me to pursue these girls if she keep doing this.
They need to know. They need to know.
Great. Yeah, they need to know. Exactly. I agree. They need to know. But when it comes to that, I think one of the most entertaining and inspiring things is your advice you give to single ladies on Twitter and any type of social media platform. is that coming from experience, or is it coming from what your friends, or is it coming from what you've seen? I know you do have a podcast called The Cheat Code.
The cheat code is not about relationships. I mean, it can be. Sometimes we can't touch on that topic. It's just about giving your cheat codes to your success to help the next person.
Okay.
It's not about the cheat code as far as relationship, but if you have the cheat code to relationships, I'm always welcome to talk about that. I feel like my relationship advice, it comes some from experience, some from what I see online, some from personally with my friends. But I think from a little child, like my uncle and like people in my family always tell me, like I just always kind of been wise ahead of my years.
Yeah.
And I really seen things, especially like in high school, that happened to girls. And I always was like, I don't want that to happen to me. Like I always tried to be like ahead of the game. And I think that makes it, I found it makes it hard to date, right? Because men say, look, I'm about to get into it.
I was about to go ahead.
Men say they want somebody that is smart and intelligent and is strong. It sounds amazing in theory, but when you're in their face, if they are not in a position to come up to that level or at that level, it is going to come off intimidating to them because they want somebody that they can manipulate. They want somebody they can run over because that's where they're at in life, which is okay because everybody has to get to certain levels, right? So when I come over and I'm explaining to you how smart I am, or I'm having a conversation with you in your mind, you're probably like, damn, I can't really get over on this one. But she's so dope. I'm gonna keep her like as a friend or whatever. But I'm in right now in the space I'm in, I'm trying to play these hoes. Like, and I don't want to do that to her because she's cool.
Right.
So that's usually what happens to me. So I just always see that online. I think women should know their worth. I think like the whole $200 date things on Twitter, that always irritates me, but that's another topic. But yeah, it comes from experience and
explain the $200 date thing, because I know people don't, know what you're talking about.
Men just be online complaining about spending $200 on a date. It's like, I'm not gonna spend $200. I'm gonna get to know you first. It's cheap. It's very cheap. Listen, if you don't have $200 for a date, that is okay. Date a woman who does not mind going to Chili's, but don't hit up the $200 date girl trying to go to Chili's. Like, don't do that. Like, it's okay if you don't have that in your pocket. You don't got that coin. We're not asking you to have the coin. We are talking about the men who have the coin, but the men who don't have the coin are always the one chiming in online about the $200 dates. It's okay if you still go to Chili's. I'm not going to Chili's with you, but it's okay because I didn't level up from Chili's. So why would I want to do that? I used to be a Chili's girl. I'm not no more. And let me add this last piece. I'm only asking of things or requiring of things that I already do for myself. So I'm not like gimme. And I've never taken myself on a $200 date, or me and my friends have never went out to eat at an expensive restaurant. So I'm not looking for a come up. I'm asking you to match the lifestyle I've already created for myself.
I agree with that. So I would ask you, as a woman and me as a man, what advice would you give me out in this dating world today?
I would say to be honest about who you are, to definitely know your worth as well. We don't teach men to love themselves as much as we should, and to know their worth. And I know that sex is something that is a part of them as a man, but I think that men should abstain from it if they don't feel like, if to know their worth, that they can say no to sex as well.
Right.
To not feel like, oh, I have to go have sex with all these women to fill a void or some sort of validation or chasing after something that's false. I think they should work on themselves to fulfill themselves, right? So they can know their worth too, to say, I'm not desperate to have sex with you. I'm not desperate to date you. Like you playing me or you doing whatever, like I can dip out too. I think that is what advice I would give you, is to be honest about who you are, honest about what you want, and to know your worth. You don't have to manipulate a woman to do anything. You can tell the truth and give her the choice to say, I want to stay in this or I want to go. But when you manipulate somebody, that's raw. That's messed up.
I agree with all those things, but for sure, just being honest with who you are to yourself and what do you want. And a lot of guys don't really know what they want. They just take what's there. And that's how they get, that's how they get caught up in things, because they take what's there and then it may be something that they want, but something that was just there for so long. Now they got to deal with the thing of, like you've been around. I got, it's a whole battle. And then they, not saying that they're either a good guy or bad guy, but then it's just literally now you're putting another person's emotions or feelings in jeopardy,
Yeah.
that they thought you were both in it at the same time, and really she was just a placeholder, you know, for your empty void, for your journey, for your whatever the case may be. And so yeah, I'm to my fault. I'm more overly honest than anything. So I'll be like, yeah, that's not
good.
for me. Right?
What's your sign, Neesin?
I'm a Leo.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, okay, wait, okay. Look, first of all, I'm gonna need people,
Leo's
when I say I'm a Leo, I'm gonna need people to not give this reaction. Like, what is and nobody never tells me what it actually means. Like, what does that mean?
Leos are very arrogant. You guys love yourself for sure. If any zodiac sign of a man esteems himself even higher, it's definitely a Leo for sure.
Wow. But so you just throw a blanket over every Leo then, huh? Is that what it is? Is that the whole
I was getting to
you're
know
arrogant?
a Leo guy, and I was getting to know a Leo guy, and he sent me a good morning selfie of him. I was like, good morning.
Okay, well, that's corny. Like, that's not a Leo.
But
that's
I was
just
corny. Like, that's typical Leo. Leos love themselves. You guys think you guys are attractive. You guys like think you can get all the girls. Like, y'all like yourselves, and that's fine.
Okay.
King,
okay.
Go ahead, King.
Okay. First of all, I hate when I say I'm a Leo and everybody's like, Like it's like a warning sign. It's like a big like red flashing bulb that just came behind me.
You guys are romantic though. I think Leos are romantic guys. I think so for sure. You guys like give flowers and stuff like that. I think you guys are romantic. I would say that about Leos for sure. Me and my friends, we have this thing, and it's like if you go to a guy's house and he doesn't have books, like not have sex with him. Like we have a thing like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like
you lay my books out at the
doorstep. That's just me and my friends. And the average girl probably wouldn't care about your books, but it's just something. It shows. I can't really describe it, but if you're an avid reader, like it just shows that you're a thinker as well. Like if you go to a dude's house and he don't have no books, it's kind of like, who are you? Like, are you opening your mind? Are you expanding your mind besides yourself? Like, who are you talking to? Who do you get advice from? Like, where do you go, for encouragement and something like that? So it's like, if you go to this house and you have books, it's like, well, you read? Do you read? If he has 48 laws of power, don't mess with him because he's a manipulator.
So we usually do a lightning round, but you already have an amazing personality and energy that jumps off the screen. So I want you to rap your favorite rap verse for us.
All right, I've been waiting for this moment. So it is by Evangelist Trina.
Oh, Evangelist.
It is by Sister Trina, and it is from The Baddest Bitch. She said, I got a message for you young hoes. Don't grow to be a dumb hoe. That's a no-no. So if you off the chain, stay ahead of the game, save up, buy condo. Boom.
Oh. That is words. That was written somewhere in one of the chapters.
Absolutely. I got a message for you young hoes. Don't grow to be a dumb hoe. That's a no-no. Yeah. If you off the chain, stay ahead of the game. Save up, buy a condo.
That is look, I preach amen. That is a sermon that you just gave us from the Evangelist Trina. You have anything else you want to share, plug? Where can I find you? All the things.
Okay. No, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to come here and talk my talk or whatever. If you guys want more funny tweets, you can find me on Twitter because that's where I live. That's my home. You can follow me on Twitter at Bombshell. That is Bombshell with a 0, not an O. So that's BMBCHELL_. Instagram is also the same, Bombshell. YouTube is Bombshell TV. And that's about it. And I thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining. And ladies and gentlemen, you have been in a session with Chellz.